Good evening, everyone. It is 7:08 and your Glendora Unified School District Board of Directors has surfaced from closed session. And believe it or not, we have reportable action. Item 2.6 is the Glendora Unified Board of Trustees, upon a motion by Robin Merkley, seconded by Monica Garcia, and a vote of 5 yeses, approved a stipulated expulsion agreement for student 24-1923. Item 2.7 is the GUSD trustees, by a motion by Robin Merkley, seconded by Monica Garcia, and a vote of 5 yeses, approved a stipulated expulsion agreement for student 24-2923. We don't take those lightly. Those are things that we have to do after listening to due diligence by our staff. We appreciate what staff has done to keep our community safe, and that's all I'll say about that. Other than that, we had no other reportable action, so we will reconvene at 7:09 with a roll call vote, please.
President Gary Clifford.
Present.
Vice President Monica Garcia.
Present.
Board Clerk Paul Lopez.
Here.
Member Robin Merkley.
I'm here.
And Member Elizabeth Ritter.
Present.
Thank you.
Thank you. We're all present and accounted for this evening. Diego, it is time to do the Pledge of Allegiance. If you would lead us in that, please.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much, Diego. We appreciate that. The next item is 3.5, adoption of tonight's agenda. May I have a motion, please?
I motion to adopt the agenda.
We have a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you very much. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? We will move forward with our agenda. The next exciting thing is 3.6, which is public comment. If you filled out a card, I have it. I have one card. So, Mr. Lizarraga, would you please come up, Michael, and speak to your Board of Education? You have
Thank
3
you.
minutes.
I won't take all that.
Well, thank you for that.
Good evening, Mr. President, board members. My name is Michael Lizarraga. My family and I have lived in Glendora for more than 30 years. Our family has had the great privilege of sending a second generation of family members through this fine school district, with one of my granddaughters now attending the very same school that my daughter, her mama, attended with her 2 sisters when they too were little girls. Quite a privilege indeed. We are here this evening to express our family's deepest gratitude for the district's prompt, professional, and thorough response to what was perceived as a security threat on September 17th at Sellers Elementary School. In addition to all of you as elected leaders of GUSD, we wish to specifically thank Sellers Principal Shonda Trent and her team, our longtime friend Dr. Dominic DeGrazia and his team, and especially the Glendora Police Department for their outstanding work. Threats that are found to be non-credible should always begin as credible until they are deemed otherwise through thorough investigation. We are grateful for these representatives' rapid diligence in addressing the perceived threat of September 17th and for the communications to parents that followed very soon thereafter. After a phone call directly with Principal Trent about this matter, my daughter was invited to visit the Sellers office to review the extensive safety manual and its procedures that are followed in events like this. It is a sad fact that the times in which we live require plans such as these to be developed, rehearsed, and God forbid, employed. But tonight, we are grateful for your thoughtful and intentional efforts to safeguard the life of every child in Glendora Unified School District. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I don't have any other cards, so I will close the public comment. Thank you very much for your participation tonight, and I will move on to our first public hearing of the night, which is sufficiency of textbooks and instructional materials for the 2024-2025 fiscal year. May I have a presentation if there is one?
None. Dr. Prince, brief? No.
No presentation, just we do have sufficiency of textbooks to
Thank you.
meet Williams.
Thank you for that presentation. Then I will open up the public hearing. For that matter, are there any public comments regarding 3.7? That being said, I will close that darn public hearing, and I will move on to a motion for approval.
I move approval.
I have a motion for approval, or is there a second?
Second.
A motion and a second. The next question is there any further discussion? None there? Then, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? 3-7 passes. Thank you very much. The next item is oral reports, and I go to Diego first for that, who's going to report on our schools.
LaFetra Elementary. LaFetra Elementary has started the school year on a great note. Our PTA is off to a strong start. We recently hosted a school-wide picnic where students enjoyed lunch with music and popsicles. We also held our first family event of the year, Literacy Night. Students participated in a literacy scavenger hunt, winning prizes and enjoying delicious food from local food trucks. Our STEAM lab is open, with all grade levels engaging in incredible LEGO lessons that extend learning beyond the classroom. Additionally, we've kicked off our annual Jogathon fundraiser, our biggest event of the year. The funds raised will support family nights, assemblies, and field trips, enhancing our school experience. Sellers Elementary. Sellers has kicked off the school year successfully. In the first month of school, we have learned rules, procedures, and are fully back into the swing of things. Our 9/11 all-school pledge was moving and momentous, as always, and we had the added bonus of having a nice, clear day in which to hold the ceremony, as we had been inside the 2 days prior due to the smoke, heat, and air quality. Our PTA had a successful ice cream social on Thursday, September 12th, with Handel's ice cream truck to serve all of our sellers' families. It was a fun night with a great turnout. Goddard Middle School. Football and volleyball. Tryouts are happening this week with games beginning Monday, September 23rd at Las Palmas Middle School in Covina. Cross country. Cross country began training September 17th. Clubs. Club Rush Club Rush week will be the week of September 23rd to September 27th. Each club will have a table for students to sign up at on Tuesday, September 24th. Hispanic Heritage Month, September 15th to October 15th. Began this week with a mariachi performance on September 16th at both lunches. The students and staff had a lot of fun. Whitcomb. This year we are implementing AVID at Whitcomb and working on a new teaching strategy monthly. This aligns with our school goal to increase rigor and academic achievement this year. We have submitted our application for Model Continuation High School and hope to be selected for a site visit. Notifications will come out in mid-October. We have joined the San Gabriel Valley Sports League for Continuation High Schools. We will participate in 5 sports, with the first sport being flag football. We have had a rough start to the season with some canceled and rescheduled games, but we should be good to play this Thursday at Whitcomb. Our PTSA is in full swing and have already supported our students with a back-to-school gift and also provided our staff with a welcome back luncheon. We are celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month by having students make posters of famous Hispanic authors, artists, scientists, and others who have made a significant contribution to our society. That's it.
Diego, I want to give you a round of applause for your That was his very first report, one of many, and thank you. You were very well prepared, sounded great, and we appreciate you. You can go home anytime you want now. Not really. No, I'm joking.
He's ready to go.
I know he is. Yeah, he has homework to do, so yes, I was being kind. Okay, good job, Diego. Our next item is statements from the members of the Board of Education. I will start to my left. Ms. Reuter.
Thank you. I just want to give a special shout out to Glendora High School, their counseling staff, their administration, all the teachers for the college and career fair that they put on last week. This is I don't know what number annual, but many years annual of a really impressive event that's held at the Glendora High School. The speakers from College Wise, I'll call it consultative services of College Wise, helping students figure out where their best fit in. Came in and did a presentation at the beginning, and then we moved into the cafeteria, or no, the gym for the actual college and career fair. And what I really appreciated about it was the messaging of everybody being able to find the right spot for them. At the college talk first, it was really about finding the right university for you, and not everybody needs to go to UCLA or USC or whatever the big name popular school is right now. Thinking about what's really interesting or important to you, and then finding the correct fit there. And then we moved into the gym, where it was not only four-year colleges, but two-year colleges and city colleges. The police force and many of the different military branches. There were a couple of technical education centers that were there also, just really showing the commitment that our school district has to for having every student be able to realize success when they graduate either from Whitcomb High School or Glendora High School, to have that plan and to know what they might want to be doing next or have interest in doing next. And I think that, like I said, my hat's off to the counselors who have really been trying to broaden that scope so that we can find a place for everyone. So it was a highlight, and I wanted to let everybody know they do it every year. And then there are also additional educational evenings for different levels of students, pre-high school, early high school grades. 12th graders, I think, have one coming up really quick for how to write their essay. Just to plug into that information, because College Wise is a really valuable resource for all of our families and students, even down into the middle school grades. So hats off to Glendora High School on that one. That's all.
Trustee Lopez.
You know, just to put a name to the college fair and everything that goes on, all the speaking that goes on, all the guest speakers that come in from College Wise, it is Tartan University. That is the name, that is the brand. So that's all I have to say tonight. I don't have anything. I got a lot going on where I'm the principal.
Trustee Garcia.
Good evening, and I see a room with the students in the back. Welcome. Thank you for being here and for being engaged. I hope you write all good stuff about us. Happy Hispanic Heritage Month. I'm so excited to see all the different ways that all of our sites are celebrating in their own special way. I was happy to attend Goddard's lunchtime mariachi. That was a lot of fun. And the kids were into it. They were really, really enjoying it. And it was nice to see that I think two of the members from the mariachi band were actually former GUSD students. So that was extra special and just nice to see. Looking forward to seeing how the rest of the sites celebrate. And I hope I get invited because I like going to those things. Thank you. PTAs are really, really busy with their fundraisers. And it is amazing just how active and just how much effort is put by our PTA leaders and our parents and our families to just support our schools in so many ways. Of note, Cullen raised their goal to $45,000, and the student support specialist volunteered to be put in a dunk tank if they meet that $45,000, which I think they were only about $2,500 away from that. So that's going to be exciting. GEF has their fall festival October 16th. I forgot the date, but October 16th. I've been seeing their posts on social media, and I'm really excited about that. I echo Trustee Reuter's comments about the college and career fair. As a parent of a senior, that College Wise program has been extremely helpful, an amazing resource. I encourage all parents, and don't wait until they're seniors, get on that as soon as possible, because even just their website is just full of resources, so much information. Students, please go on there and just sign up for everything and anything, because it is an amazing resource. And their college counselors they just go above and beyond. And I have been very grateful for their assistance, at least for me as a mom with my senior. So I think that's it. I am looking forward to the flag football. I really hope it happens at Whitcomb because I feel like these poor kids have been ready to go and it just keeps getting canceled. And so hopefully that's going to happen. Thank you all for being here. I want to say thank you to Mr. Lizarraga. I felt like his comment touched me because we do try really hard to keep our students safe. That is a priority for our district. And it's not too often that someone comes and gives us praise for that. So I appreciate him coming in, acknowledging, and also doing the work, with he said his daughter went in to look at our safety plan. It's there and available. And I encourage parents, if you're feeling a little uneasy, to talk to your principal and understand that procedures are in place and we do train and we are ready. And hoping to never have to implement any of those safety features, but nonetheless, they are there for your safety and protection of our students and staff. So thank you, Mr. Lizarraga.
Trustee Merkley.
To go along with that, I was just in Utah, and they had, the school where my granddaughters go, they had a special little lunch for the July birthdays. And so I got to go, and I was astonished. They didn't need to see my driver's license. Usually, I guess the front doors are locked. They're like, "You're here for the birthday celebration, go on in." I was like, oh my. And then the bigger kids went out the side door and walked 50 feet through the driveway to get to the playground. I was like, whoa, okay. I'm not in Kansas anymore. Or maybe I was in Kansas and not California. I don't know. It was just different. I was going to talk about the college career fair, but you've done it. No, it's okay. You did a really good job. It was so inspiring, though. The speaker was amazing. I just love the things that she had to say. And I was, as Mrs. Reuter said, I was so impressed with the community colleges and the trade schools and the military and the police. It was great to have it almost all bases covered as far as I could tell. Also, when we're talking about PTA fundraisers, Whitcomb High School PTSA Ladies Night Out, mark your calendars for February 7th. It's going to be a fun time. If anybody wants to help, you can email me and we'll get you on that committee.
Thank you very much. That moves us to our superintendent report for the evening.
Thank you, Mr. Clifford. Mr. President, I want to thank Mr. Lizarraga also for his comments. Much, much appreciated. And that was along the lines of this first topic that I wanted to address. And it's the safety of our students. And it's our number one priority, of our safety of our students and staff, first and foremost. Without that, you have nothing else. It's the foundation of what we do. And we are fortunate to have the ultimate support of families like Mr. Lizarraga and many, many others, and the entire Glendora Unified community, a dedicated staff, and a very collaborative Glendora Police Department, who've all worked tirelessly to ensure the well-being of our students on a daily basis. Tomorrow evening, in fact, the City of Glendora will formalize the increase of our school resource officers from 1.6 FTE, full-time equivalent, to 2. It's actually already in effect, but it will formalize it tomorrow evening. Our school resource officer, Morrison, is with us on Monday through Thursday, and school resource officer Argueta is now assisting us Tuesday through Friday. In the case of any perceived threat on or off campus, or an incident nearby any of our GUSD site locations, the Glendora Police Department and GUSD communicate and then collaborate on immediate next steps. Please know that any and all threats, as you heard earlier, are taken seriously and thoroughly investigated. Glendora Police Department and Glendora Unified also assist with providing additional support and presence in any time of need. We also have quarterly collaborative articulation meetings with the Glendora Police Department. Our first was 2.5 weeks ago. We meet quarterly with them or more often if needed. Each school site, as you've also heard, has a detailed safety plan that is updated annually, and it provides for our preparation and action in any urgent response measures. Further, we have continued access to canines to assist locating or alerting us to any contraband on campus and or at school and or district events. This is always a reminder when we hear of these events or have the unfortunate time to go through that it's always important if you see or hear something, please say something. And we had many responsible students do that recently, and we're thankful for that. Other great things happening in and around the district. Last Friday, we celebrated our Teacher of the Year. Her name is Amy Hogan. She had been a teacher at Stanton. She's now a teacher for the entire district because she's one of the STEAM lab teachers. She was able to celebrate with us and her husband and her 2 parents. That was a very nice touch. October 4th, the greatest, shortest parade of homecoming will take place on Glendora Avenue. Be ready, don't miss it. I think it starts at 4. You know it's when it's over by 4:07. The game that night is versus Bonita at 7 p.m. STEAM Lab grand opening at La Fetra for all of the STEAM labs that are now open will take place. The ribbon cutting will take place Tuesday, October 8th at 5:30. La Fetra will also host a STEAM night that night as well. You're all welcome to attend and check that out for sure. Great job by Diego on his first report. We also had wonderful input from our first student advisory group last week in this room, 32 new students to the group and openly sharing and really getting after it with a number of topics. We look forward to what the future holds and this year holds with them and their advice. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Superintendent. That takes us to, I just lost that. That takes us to item number 5.1, which is the approval of resolution 24-25-03, the determination of sufficient textbook and instructional material for the fiscal year 2024-2025 as presented. I'll ask staff if there is any presentation.
No, I think it's been covered. Actually, when you went right from the public hearing to that, you've already approved that one. So I think you're good. You've covered.
So we don't need to take
both.
Another vote on that?
I don't believe so.
Okay,
Nope.
then I'll move right on to item 5.2, which is a recommendation to the Board of Education to adopt Resolution 24-25-04 in regards to supporting National Bullying Prevention Month, October 2024. Is there a presentation on that? No, not yet. I'll get there. We don't need to have a motion. Is there any presentation on that? No? So we have a resolution in front of us. Is any board member like to read that resolution?
I can read it.
Okay, go right ahead.
Practice my out loud reading. Whereas National Bullying Prevention Month was founded in 2006 by Pacers National Bullying Prevention Center to raise awareness about bullying, and whereas bullying is an aggressive use of power targeting another person or group of people with repeated unwanted words or actions, hurting them emotionally or physically, often leaving devastating long-term effects like loss of self-esteem, increased anxiety, depression, lower academic achievement, dropping out of school, or suicide. And whereas the Glendora Unified School District recognizes that no one deserves to be bullied and all students deserve to be safe in school, online, and in the community, and that bullying is not acceptable. And now, therefore, be it resolved that the Board of Education of the Glendora Unified School District does hereby support National Bullying Prevention Month and the proclamation of October 2024 as National Bullying Prevention Month in the district. We encourage students, staff, and community to support others who have been hurt or harmed, treating others with kindness, being more accepting of people's differences, and helping to include those who are left out.
Thank you for reading that. Now, may I have a motion for approval?
I motion to approve.
Motion, is there a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? It passes 5-0. The next item, 5.3, is a recommendation to the Board of Education to adopt Resolution 24-25-05 to recognize October 13 through 19, 2024 as Week of the School Administrator as presented. I will assume we have no presentation on this. Is there any school board member that would like to read this resolution?
I'll do it.
Go right ahead.
Thanks. Whereas leadership matters for Glendora Unified School District and the nearly 6,100 early childhood through 12th grade students it serves, and whereas school administrators are passionate, lifelong learners who believe in the value of quality public education, and whereas the title school administrator is a broad term used to define many education leadership posts: superintendents, assistant superintendents, principals, assistant principals, special education and adult education leaders, curriculum and assessment leaders, school business officials, classified educational leaders, and other school district employees are considered administrators. And whereas providing quality service for student success is paramount for the profession, and whereas public schools operate with lean management systems across the nation, public schools employ fewer managers and supervisors than most public and private sector industries, including transportation, food service, manufacturing, utilities, construction, publishing, and public administration. And whereas school leaders depend on a network of support from school communities, fellow administrators, teachers, parents, students, businesses, community members, board trustees, colleges and universities, community and faith-based organizations, elected officials, and district and county staff and resources to promote ongoing student achievement and school success. And whereas research shows great schools are led by great principals and great districts are led by great superintendents. These site leaders are supported by extensive administrative networks throughout the state. And whereas the state of California has declared the second full week of October as the Week of the School Administrator in Education Code 44015.1, and now, therefore, be it resolved that the Glendora Board of Education hereby declares October 13th through 19th, 2024 as Week of the School Administrator, and in conjunction with the Charter of the Association of California School Administrators, ACSA, urges that all classified and certificated managers at the Glendora Unified School District be commended for the contributions they make to successful student achievement.
Thank you for that. Is there a motion for approval?
So moved.
Is there a second? We have a motion and we have a second. Is there any further discussion about this resolution? That being said, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? That passes unanimously also. Thank you for that. That moves us to my favorite part of the evening, which is the consent item. Now, tonight, we have items 7.1 through 10.2, and all of those are going to be approved with one vote unless somebody here wants to pull them. I've done the best I could with the limited mathematics skills I have. In the item 7, which is the general consent, there's about $5.6 million of approval items. In item 8, which is the educational services, there's about 44,000. Item 9, there's about 3,000. Item 10, there's about 288,000, which totals approximately $6 million in expenditures. May I have a motion for approval?
I'll make the motion, and I also would like to, these numbers that you've just tabulated are the effort of the staff after having received this request at the last school board meeting. So thank you for accommodating the public who requested these numbers. So moved.
Yes, and
All.
I just did the math.
Yes,
so,
I understand, but
again,
I
could've
do
hit a
want, if
wrong
you
number.
go in and you open up any of these consent items, the dollar amount is attached to that consent item. So, I move approval on all education, or on all consent items.
Is there a second for that motion?
I'll second.
There's a motion and there's a second. Is there any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? That passes 5-0. That brings us to my second favorite time of the night, which is adjournment. Item 11.1, the meeting is adjourned at 7:36. Thank you for your attendance.